It didn't record. So apparently yesterday when I was click the buttons, I didn't do it right.
I know, because on my iPad it says a little red thing. It says REC for record.
Okay.
In the top.
Yeah, when I first sign on, because I'm the host, I have to tell it to stop recording because I don't want recording all this as we're first getting on. But then I have to go in and I have to actually tell it to record when I'm ready to it. And apparently yesterday I didn't click the right button.
Oh, so it didn't record for Zay?
No, so I had to go back and record what we did yesterday, but that's on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So, if you guys need it, I think I sent your mom a note letting her know that I had done that. So if you're a little behind, just take this week and get caught up. Of course, do science first if you need to, because we are having a test tomorrow on science. Yes, Reagan.
I did. Did you see my cloud I did?
Yes, I did see your video of your cloud. That was that was a huge jar.
I know.
Did you see mine? Did you see?
Yes, I think your mom sent me your picture. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of pictures of the cloud experiment. So if you haven't done it, make sure you do it by the end of this week, okay? I'd appreciate it so I can give you credit. All right. Liam?
What?
Is your hair growing back in yet? I noticed even for your Easter pictures, you wore a hat. Just can't handle your little short hair. No. Well, I'm telling you, it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. But you got a lot of baseball hats.
What?
I said, I'm glad you got a lot of baseball hats.
Do you want us to mute ourselves?
Yes, you can mute yourselves now. I'm awesome. Ben, you're so funny. All right. So today we're going to go ahead and do both North Dakota and South Dakota and go ahead and finish with the geography so you can study for that test on Friday. Now,
I already did my North Dakota this morning.
Oh, you did? Okay, well then you can just follow along. I went ahead and sent out yesterday all 5 pages of facts on Messenger. So if you don't physically have those right now, you need to make sure you ask your moms or your dad to either print those off or they'll let you look at them and you copy them. Yes, Reagan?
Are you going to make a geography video, North Dakota and South Dakota?
That's what we're doing right now. That's why I'm recording it. Okay. So, I lost Carson. Oh, there she is. She's back. All right. So, North Dakota, here we go. Make sure in that first paragraph you underline North Dakota has 3 land regions. And my internet connection is unstable. Okay. Hold on. I need you to go make sure Kendall's awake, please, so she can get breakfast. She needs to get breakfast before she has to do school with mom. Okay. All right. Okay. Got a lot of people on my internet today in my house, so I have to plug her up. Okay, here we go. You guys get those 3 colored? Second paragraph, underline the first sentence. The Red River Valley is a narrow strip of land. along the eastern border, and it's the most fertile areas in the world. What does fertile mean? Fertile means, Zay, what does it mean?
Does it mean like easy to plant on?
Yes. Easy to plant on. Liam, what else?
Um, like it has trees all around it, or no?
Well,
Or no?
it does. It does. Finn, what else?
It has fertile soil.
What does, but I know, but what does that mean?
Good soil.
It has good soil. It's easy to grow crops on. And um, things, it produces good crops. Okay. So this land in that Red River Valley right there, that little strip, it's the best land in all of the world. Yeah. So North Dakota has a very awesome spot to grow crops in. It's the best all around. Um, underlying covered with farms, and then underlying livestock, and grow wheat and other crops there in that second paragraph. Okay. All right. Next one, underline the first sentence. The drift prairie is made up of rolling hills covered with fertile soil called drift. Remember, drift is a sand and soil mixture. And then underline the Turtle Mountains in this northern section. So they have a set of mountains as well. And then the next paragraph, make sure you write largest beside the Great Plains. It's also known as the Missouri Plateau and part of a huge plain area that extends down into the middle of North America from Canada to Texas. So this Great Plains starts in Canada and comes all the way down through North Dakota, South Dakota, all of those states underneath the Dakotas down into Texas. So that is one of the largest regions that we have here in the United States. Right? Then underline, much of the land is used for grazing cattle. And then the next line underneath that, part of the state called the Badlands contains beautifully shaped, colored rock formations. Okay. These unusual shapes are the result of erosion or wearing away of rock and soil by wind and water. Who can name another national land monument sightseeing spot here in the United States that's been eroded to make itself? Sasha?
Rocky Mountains.
There has been, yes. Who can name another one? Called the Grand.
Yellowstone River.
No. How about the Grand Canyon? Okay. The Grand Canyon has been formed by hundreds of years of erosion and wind, and the Colorado River that flows through that. Okay. So that's another area. Now, one cool thing about this land, this area, is that some of the rocky hills contained lignite coal. And when this is what is used to make tar, the black rocky stuff that they make the roads out of. That's what that comes from, is this rock. That substance, once they take out that coal and they start processing it, it turns pink, and it's called scoria. And they put that into the tar mixture to make our roads. Pretty cool. And the last thing that I want you to underline is in that last paragraph, the very last two sentences. The natural dividers called escarpments separate the steppes. And remember, we talked about escarpments before. It's where the land goes and then it stops and then it steps up. There's a straight cliff and then it goes flat at the top of that, and then it goes back up to another escarpment, and it's another tall wall of rock basically. So it looks like stair steps. And that's what North Dakota looks like. Okay? All right. Turn over to the borders and geographical features. Make sure you go on your maps and do your labeling after we get done. Good grief, Finn. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You guys are silly. All right. Underline this. The eastern boundary of North Dakota is formed by the Red River. So if you look on the next page, see how North Dakota's eastern border this whole side from top to bottom is the Red River. Make sure you guys label that. Okay. Underneath the first bullet, it says the Missouri River is a branch or a tributary of the Mississippi River. Make sure you label that on your map. This is the Missouri River all the way around. It says about 60% of North Dakota is drained by the Missouri River. Okay. Okay, and then the next dot, it said the James River begins near the center of the state and flows south. So this is the James River. And then your third dot, it says in 1954, a huge dam was completed on the Missouri River to help control flooding. It also helps produce hydroelectricity, and it helps farmers irrigate their farm. This dam is called Garrison Dam. Okay. When they built that dam, it made a lake, and it's called Lake Sacagawea, and it's the largest man-made lake in the United States. So that lake up there at the top of the Missouri River is what we're talking about. Make sure you color and you label that. And then the other lake is called Devil's Lake. Make sure you label that. That is the largest saltwater lake. Kind of weird to have a saltwater lake landlocked, but it's all saltwater. It just goes to show you, back before population, the earth used to be covered with oceans, and then God did a miracle and separated everything. All right, let's talk about cities. Okay, underline that first sentence. Bismarck is North Dakota's capital city, and it is the second largest city in the state. Bismarck, North Dakota. Make sure you go down on that map and you circle it. Bojangles. Callie Steele, you better be bringing me down a biscuit, girlfriend.
My grandpa brought me Bojangles for breakfast.
What? And he didn't bring Miss Creta one, 2 houses down. You wait till I talk to your grandpa. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Man, brought sweet tea and everything.
Bailey's got 2 biscuits. She's got another one that she can bring down to you.
That's all right. I'd have to share with everybody, and then all I would get was a bite. I guess I might have to get up and make my own oatmeal this morning. All right. Did everybody get that underlined and circled? All right. Go 3 lines down. Besides being a center for medical and retail activity, Bismarck is a shipping center for farm products from the southwest North Dakota and a headquarters for mining activity in western North Dakota. So there's a lot of shipping going on in that city, Bismarck. All right. How many people have ever heard of the next city? Fargo. Fargo? No. It's the largest city in North Dakota. Make sure you underline that. Skip down to the next line. Fargo was first settled in 1871. And it was named in honor of the gentleman, one of the gentlemen who founded the Wells Fargo and Company Express. What do we know Wells Fargo as today? Reagan?
Isn't it a bank or something?
It is a bank. It is a bank. It did not start out as a bank, though. Wells Fargo started out as a shipping company, and then they got into security, shipping of money and gold and precious things. And then they started working with the banks, and they would go and they would pick up the money from the different stores and things around town, and they would bring it to the bank. And then they branched out and started their own banking companies. So now that's what Wells Fargo is. Pretty cool, huh? Started out as an express shipping place way back in the pioneer days. So the city of Fargo was named after one of the gentlemen that started that company. All right. So it says today Fargo is a distribution center for many different types of products. Many passenger trains, freight trains, planes, and buses go through Fargo that it is called the transportation hub of the Northwest. So it's a good stopping spot. All right, the next paragraph, Grand Forks is the state's third largest city and was founded in 1871. Skip all the way down to the end of that paragraph. In the very last line, Grand Forks is the birthplace of the popular breakfast cereal, cream of wheat. Does anybody eat cream of wheat? Do you like cream of wheat, Sasha? My uncle does. He said he'd rather eat that than grits or oatmeal. I don't eat either. I don't eat grits. I don't eat cream of wheat. Now I do eat my oatmeal. But I always, growing up, my great grandparents, they always ate cream of wheat because they didn't have no teeth. So a lot of people associate cream of wheat with little old people because they can't chew it. You can just swallow it, basically. All right. Now, the last city, Minot, is the fourth largest city in North Dakota. Minot began as a railroad town and was named for a friend of Teddy Roosevelt. Why is Teddy Roosevelt special? Reagan?
Was it his friend or his brother or something?
Well, Teddy Roosevelt, Callie, who was he?
President.
A president. Did you guys forget your presidents from last year? Weren't you supposed to learn your presidents last year? No? Oh. I think parents need to supplement geography with some presidential names. Y'all need to learn the presidents. All right. So that's it for North Dakota for the underlining. Do you guys have the facts for North Dakota and South Dakota? Sasha, you're telling me no. Mom hasn't printed them off yet, or you haven't written them down? Hey, unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
I haven't written them down. I copy from her phone.
Okay, so you haven't copied them yet? Okay. Make sure you get that done. Carson, have you got yours? Mom was able to print them off?
Yeah, I've already wrote all my facts down.
Excellent. I would like for you to just write them down. I know, Callie, it's a little tedious for you. I get that. But remember, we've talked about when you write things down, it helps get it into that long-term memory. So if you write your facts down, it's going to help you remember better. All right? Hey, Liam, wake up. Dude, you laying there snoozing. Allison looks like she's about to sleep too. Propped up against that wall. All right, let's do South Dakota and then we'll be done. I got to go write your science test up. Do you want a short and easy science test or do you want a long and hard one?
Short and easy.
Short and easy.
Long and easy.
Short and easy.
Long and easy.
Short.
I'm with Zay. Long. Put it long and easy.
As we say, if I make it
Short and easy.
if I make it short, they're going to be awful weighty, worth a lot of points. Ouch.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
You're going to go back to bed when we're done? Hey, go for it. All right. South Dakota. Don't forget to go back and label your maps for North Dakota. Make sure you label what number they are and then you label the capital. Sasha said he already did. Okay. Don't forget to do that. Got to keep it up because remember, that's going to be on the test. Okay. And I think this time I might see if you can't number what number they are, or maybe throw some capitals in there. Sasha, why are you blinding yourself? You're such a goofball. All right, here we go. Let's underline some land regions. Underline South Dakota has 4 land regions. And you guys can go back and color those later. Paragraph number 2, the Black Hills are densely forested mountains. What was that? Oh, say, stop it. Densely forested mountains on the western edge of the state. From a distance, the dark green forests appear to be black. So that's where it gets its name from, Black Hills. See the little spot down in South Dakota? That's the area that it's talking about. It's so forested, it looks black on a map. Okay. The next paragraph, make sure you write the word largest beside the Great Plains. It covers about 2/3 of South Dakota. The Missouri River divides this region. The land west of the Missouri River is made up of flat plains with rugged canyons and buttes. And a butte is a steep hill that is flat on the top. The land east of the Missouri is made up of rolling hills. Southeast of the Black Hills is an area called the Badlands. Make sure you guys underline all of that. And the one thing about the Badlands, that very last sentence, the Badlands is almost no plant or animal life. So it's desert-like. Okay. The next region, the Drift Prairie region, has low rolling hills and many lakes. That's all you need to underline. And then the next region, the Dissected Teal Plains, is a hilly area cut apart by streams. So, lots of fertile land through those areas, lots of water, has some mountains and has some flatness. All right, let's talk about its borders and features. South Dakota was the 40th state, so make sure you fill the map in with that one. First dot, the Missouri River flows from north to south through the center of South Dakota, dividing it almost in half. All right, there's a lot of rivers in South Dakota. Okay. So here is the Missouri River. It goes all the way through. It even makes up part of the south border. Make sure you label that. Okay.
Miss Cradle, can I see the bottom?
The bottom is the Sioux River. The bottom is the Sioux River. This part right here is the big Sioux River. Okay, it starts up here and it flows and it helps make part of that boundary. Okay, the other rivers, the James River is the next largest river, and it's in between the Missouri and the Sioux River, the James River. And then we have 4 rivers that run east to west. Starting at the top, Grand River. The next one is the Moreau River. The next one is the Cheyenne River. And then the bottom one is the White River. Can you guys see all that? Okay, did everybody get that? Ben, you still working, buddy? Liam, did you get that? Okay. Callie, you need it some more? Abby, I need you to go wake Kendall up and get her dressed. Please. I can't see. Am I holding it up good enough? Are you done, Callie? Oh, okay. All right. So now let's talk about a couple of cities. South Dakota. All right. Its capital is Pierre. Make sure you circle that right smack dab in the middle of the state. Underline, Pierre is an important trade center and was first settled in 1878, named after a fur trader. The next paragraph, Sioux Falls is South Dakota's largest city, and it is the leading commercial and livestock center for the state. And the first settlers came there in 1856. So it's a really old place. Next paragraph. Rapid City is the second largest city in the state. Rapid City is known as an education center as well as a center for trade, healthcare, and tourism. Next paragraph. Lead is home of the nation's largest gold mine. And then the last section, Deadwood was one of the last frontier mining camps in the U.S. In 1961, the entire city was designated as a National Historic Landmark. Deadwood was founded in 1876 as a result of the gold rush. All right, let's talk about the facts. North Dakota facts. Its abbreviation is ND. It's the 39th state. Its nickname was the Peace Garden State. Oh, Reagan pointed out yesterday that on my facts for Colorado, I left off the nickname and the motto. I went back and I put on Messenger what those were. Did you guys write those down? No? Make sure, Zay, that your mom goes back and look on that thread, but it's the Centennial State is the nickname and the motto is nothing without Providence. Okay? So make sure as you're doing that, you go back through that thread or have your mom go back through that thread and look that up. I must have got distracted as I was writing these.
What's motto? What's the motto?
For Colorado, nothing without.
For North Dakota.
Oh, liberty and union, now and forever, one and inseparable. The state symbols is the bird is the western meadowlark. There's a lot of meadowlarks as state birds. You guys notice that through the states that we've studied? There's a lot of meadowlarks. Its tree is the American elm.
So you probably want to put one bird, meadowlark.
I guess they're just so plentiful across the United States, you know? And then its flower is the wild prairie rose. Okay, here's the most interesting thing that I thought about North Dakota. I thought it was pretty cool. That if you hit a golf ball, if you're standing in the city of Portal, North Dakota, if you hit a golf ball in the right direction, you can drop it in Canada. That's how close Portal, North Dakota is to Canada. You hit it, it goes across the border, and it will drop in Canada. That's pretty cool. This is the funny fact about North Dakota, and I made fun of it for a long time.
Say it again.
It used to be illegal for an engineer to take his engine home unless it had a full crew.
What?
So, you know, the front part of a train is called the engine, right? And the man that drives it's the engineer. Well, he could not separate his engine from the train and take his engine home unless it had all the crew on it.
That just doesn't
I'm
make
thinking, who wants to take their engine home after they've been driving the train all day long? Okay, boss, I'm going to take my engine home, need a ride, so I'm just going to roll it down the street. Like, who has railroad tracks into their backyard or up to their driveway? I mean, come on. That's so weird.
Say it again.
It used to be illegal in North Dakota for an engineer to take an engine home unless it had a full crew. I'm just like, yep. Okay, come on, guys. We're going to my house so I can use my engine at home. Weird. And the geographic center of North America is in North Dakota. And they have made a pile of stones as a monument in Rugby, North Dakota. So what it means is if you look at the whole map of the United States, not including Alaska or, okay,
Hawaii.
not including Alaska or Hawaii. Okay, if you look at the whole map of North America, the center between Canada and the United States is Rugby, North Dakota. Pretty cool. Another fun fact is the tallest pole in the world is in a little town called Blanchard, North Dakota.
How big is it?
2,063 feet tall. It's the tallest pole in all of the world.
How do you even get up there?
It's a radio tower.
A radio?
Uh-huh. It's used for radio, to boost the radio signal. Isn't that cool?
Why would somebody? I have no idea.
Well, because, you know, all the way out there, you know, your cell towers and your radio signal places and stuff like that are not close together. So the taller you go, the closer you are to satellites to get signals.
That's actually pretty cool.
Isn't that pretty cool? I thought it was pretty cool. And then the last fact that I liked about North Dakota is that that's where Lewis and Clark met Sacagawea. They met her in North Dakota. Pretty cool. All right. So make sure you guys get the copy. Now let's go over South Dakota facts. It's the 40th state.
Money.
Its abbreviation is SD. Its nickname is Mount Rushmore State. And its motto is, under God, the people rule. I like that.
Could you say the motto again?
Under God,
Wait, for what state is it?
South Dakota.
Oh,
Ow. Under God, the people rule. The state symbols, the bird is the Chinese ring-necked pheasant. Yes, Miss Callie.
Are we almost done?
Yep.
Okay.
And the tree is the Black Hill spruce. And its flower, I don't even know how to say this. Hold on, let me look up how to say this flower. No, it's like Pasque. I don't even know how to say this.
Pasquinawa.
Pasque.
Now I will demonstrate how to pronounce this word. The word you see sounds like past flower.
Oh,
Past flower.
well, I said it right. Haha, look at Miss Creedle.
And
I'm
now
so
a little bit slower. Past flower.
Pasque flower. Apparently that's a flower. And it's called Pasque. So that's
Don't send poop emoji.
Who's sending poop emojis?
Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. Don't be sending no poop emojis. All right. So some cool facts about South Dakota. Homestake Gold Mine in the city of Lead was the oldest, largest, and deepest mine in the Western Hemisphere until 2002, and then it got closed. There are more buffalo in South Dakota than any other state in the U.S. That's a good thing. South Dakota was home to 4 famous Wild West heroes: Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, Calamity Jane, and Wild Bill Hickok. Now, Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull were Indians. They were 2 Indians that helped they kind of helped the government and the Indian nations kind of negotiate some stuff. They also helped out in some wars, fighting and things. Now, Calamity Jane, she was a young woman that had some of the best writing and shooting skills of anybody during this time, back in the pioneer days. She used to do tricks on her horse while riding on it, like full speed run. She was like be able to hang off the side. She'd be able to stand up on it. I mean, she used to do all kinds of stuff. And she could shoot a gun better than some men during this time. So she used to be in the Wild Bill Western show. Remember we talked about that a couple of weeks ago? Well, no. Well, I think it was last week. Yes, Callie.
Can you repeat what you were saying about a girl riding a horse?
Calamity Jane.
Calamity Jane.
Yeah. They've people have made movies about her life and stuff like that. You can read about her, but she got to be very famous for her writing and her shooting skills. And then Wild Bill Hickok, he was just a famous man that could really shoot good and liked to entertain people and stuff like that. And then, of course, the most important fact about South Dakota is Mount Rushmore. Does everybody know what Mount Rushmore is? Reagan, you don't know what Mount Rushmore is? Mount Rushmore is the place where an artist carved the faces of 4 presidents into the side of the mountain. Who remembers which 4 presidents? Allison? Can you name some? Okay, name one. Name one.
George Washington.
Yep, George Washington. Sasha, name another one.
Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. Liam, name another one.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. And Carson, name the last one. Unmute, baby.
Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt. That's right. So these 4 famous presidents that helped establish the United States, that helped change the course of the United States, their faces are forever preserved up on this mountain. Okay, so it's called Mount Rushmore. I would encourage you to go look it up, look at it, read about it. Okay, it's very, very cool. My husband has been there. He said it was magnificent. He said it was just awe-inspiring. So go learn how it was done. That's your little side project for today. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything? I mean, anything. Any kind of math questions, any kind of language questions? How are you guys doing on your language work? Checking in. Anything that you're struggling with? Okay. So make sure you keep up on your spelling work. Okay. You guys are doing a good job with that. I've looked at most of your spelling tests yesterday. I haven't graded them yet, but I looked at them. I'll get that done today. So tomorrow is science test. So make sure you study for science.
I just need to do my lap book. I just need to cut.
Yes, Carson.
Miss Creedle.
Hold on.
Our science test, are we going to do it on the Zoom class in the morning with you?
Or are we gonna do it with our
No.
parents?
No. You guys will do it at your own pace at home. And unless anybody has questions tomorrow, I am not going to plan on doing any more Zooms this week. Okay? I'll put it out there for your moms to know. Because it's just kind of studying for your tests for tomorrow and on Friday for your geography test. Okay? I have put all of the rest of this week's work on Homeschool Minder. So you guys should be able to go and get all of that. All right? Yes, Archer, what was your question, honey bunny?
Language with you?
Do what?
Language?
Yeah? What about it?
No, are we doing it right now? No.
Oh, I was just checking in to make sure you guys were okay with language. Do you need any help with it?
No.
Are you understanding it, Archer?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I know you're bored. You're ready to go. We've been on here for an hour. I know. An hour goes by. Marshall, shush. Marshall's whining at me. What?
He wants oatmeal.
You know, he wants me to hug him.
Who's
And you-
Marshall?
Marshall is Miss
Who's
Griddle's
Marshall?
dog.
Is
What?
big dog?
Yeah. Come here.
You got a Rubik's Cube?
Hmm?
You have a Rubik's Cube?
Say hi to everybody.
Yep. But not fat dog. It's a small dog. Miss Cradle, get the black dog. Get the black dog and say if you're happy and you know it.
Okay, come here, Junior. Come here.
It was too shy.
Oh,
Um,
yes. Hi. Hi. Hi, Marshall. Hey, are you happy? And you know what?
okay,
Clap your
fine.
hands.
Yes, I do.
Do your hands. Do your hands. Hey, ow. You know what? What? Your hands. Clap it. Thank you.
It's doing it.
Bye, honey. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. No, you're not gonna do it. Oh. There you go. Abby taught him that.
Junior. So
Abby
cute.
taught him.
Little Junior. Is he called Little Junior? What is
No,
he
he's called Big Junior because he is heavy. He's like 20
Okay.
pounds.
Because Callie called him Little Junior.
No. All right. So if you guys don't have any more questions, we're done for today. I will see you next Monday.
Wait, stop.
No more Zoom classes for the rest of the week.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Stop. Bye-bye.
If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Let me know. I will be more than happy to jump on and talk with you guys.
Okay, goodbye. Okay, bye.
Have a fun weekend.
I'll try.
Goodbye.